Now, what I'd like to do is share with you some of the ways to develop your leadership skills for the coming year. I've got some key words for you to consider. Here's the first one: appreciation. That's number one. First of all, is to appreciate what you already have. Appreciation is unique. It has a sense of opening us up to even more if we appreciate, first of all, what we've already got. An appreciation of where we are at this moment in history. These are great moments in history as far as the world is concerned. It's incredible. Democracy is now flourishing. Free enterprise is now taking hold. Herbal life in these countries that I have a chance to visit, it's marvelous to watch it at work, where people catch on to taking a little and turning it into a lot, taking just what little bit they have at the moment and growing into the future. It's exciting. Democracy, freedom, free enterprise. To appreciate all of that, to appreciate our chance, to appreciate our opportunity, to appreciate all that it took to bring us to this point. That sense of appreciation makes us unique. It makes us attractive in the marketplace. You know, it's easy not to appreciate it. It's easy to sit down to have your breakfast and not think about how did the salt get on my table. A sense of appreciation. Just the salt that I so casually salt my eggs with in the morning. I'm telling you, if I thought about it for a while, I wonder where this salt came from. How many hands did it pass through by the time it reached my table? You know, who bent their back and mined it out of the salt mines? Who packaged it and who shipped it? And how many phases did it go through before it finally conveniently reached my table and I pick it up so casually and salt my eggs? That sense of awe and appreciation, there's nothing like it. It makes you attractive to have the appreciation of what's around you, the appreciation of the contribution of other people, to appreciate all that it takes for each of us to be successful. You cannot succeed by yourself. You know, you can't make your fortune all alone. It takes many, many hands, many voices, and many people to support one success story. So, appreciation. And I think my sense of appreciation has really been enhanced, especially the last part of this year, 97. For what's happened for me. I've had a new sense of appreciation for my parents who gave me my incredible start. I was an only child. They took extra time. It was unbelievable. I feel the effect of that now. As I've gone through all kinds of challenges as well as opportunities in my life, I still feel that anchor that holds me from the things they taught me, from the ideas they shared with me, the fact that they cared, the fact that they gave me that incredible foundation. It serves me today, and I appreciate that. That gives us a good taste to appreciate what we have. What it does, it opens up the channels. It makes us ready to receive even more. New ideas now can come flowing in if the person has appreciated what's already there, that's given them the support, made them as successful as they are at the moment. So appreciation. Second is comprehension. The ability to understand what we've got in our hands. That is so vitally important. Some people never recognize what they've got in their hands. And we know that by the evidence because they do so little with it. If they knew what they had, if they knew the power of what has come their way, if they knew what they had in their hands, in their possession, it would change their whole life. It would, first of all, alter their attitude. Second, it would give them a vision of the future that they never had before. Just a sense, a recognition, a comprehension, an understanding. And all of us have the ability to do that, to understand and comprehend what we've got. I would ask you to reevaluate what you've got in your hands. Just think about all of the parts of this opportunity, the people, the product, the opportunity, all of the list of things that you've got now in your hands to use as the ways and means to transform your life and build your future. You know, a lot of people have dreams, but they dare not dream too much because they don't have the ways and they don't have the means. They don't have the opportunity. They don't have the tools at their disposal. They don't have the influence. They don't have the training. They don't have the teaching. They don't go to classes like we do. They don't have the benefit of other people's experience like we have. When we look at all of that, we ought to really try our best to comprehend what all we've got. Because if we truly see what we've got in our hands, we'll probably multiply what we can do with it in the future by 2, by 3, by 5, by 10. So that's a key word for developing leadership: comprehension. Here's the next word: opportunity. You've got to be able to see opportunity. Opportunity all around you, opportunity of where you are, opportunity of the people who can use the products that you've got, who can use your opportunity, in terms of marketing. Seeing the opportunity. If we're blind to the opportunity, it doesn't matter how valuable the products are, and it doesn't matter how valuable the system is. If you can't see the opportunity, it all gathers dust. It all goes to waste. You've got to see opportunity in every person you meet. That could be another person. That could be another Mark Hughes. That could be another future president's team member. Learn to see the opportunity that's right around you. It's easy to get busy and sort of blinded and just walk along and not see what's possible and what's available. The reason I'm here today is because I saw the opportunity. An opportunity to expand my vision, an opportunity to refine my skills, an opportunity to meet people I'd never met before, an opportunity to go places I'd never gone before, an opportunity to become valuable to an institution, an opportunity to enhance my own powers of development so that I could serve other people. I recognize this opportunity. It's why I'm here today. It's why I'm talking to you today. If I hadn't have seen the opportunity, I'd have passed, been doing something else, probably mediocre. But here I am in a very splendid position, an unusual position, having an opportunity to use my experience and influence and skills to touch the lives in the future of millions of people. I saw the opportunity. I took advantage of it. And I want you to be able to do that too, be able to see the opportunity. Now here's what's next, and that is integrity. As you compose your life with what you've got, the products, the people, the organization, Herbalife, support system, Mark Hughes, here's what you've got to maintain, and that is your integrity. Integrity means those inner qualities that you do not compromise. The inner qualities that keeps you steady when sometimes everything around you is falling apart. The integrity that helps you to maintain character, all of those qualities that give you a chance to be better than you are at the moment on into the future. Integrity within yourself, integrity within the way that you do business, integrity within the way that you operate and conduct the business of the day. That's vitally important in the development of leadership. Next is morality. There's a right way and a wrong way. There's the way to do it right, the way to do it wrong. Civilization is simply a matter of suppressing that dark side of our nature and appealing to the bright, positive side of our nature, and that becomes sort of a moral code, not to yield to the temptation of doing ill to someone else, but rather appealing to the high side of our nature. President Lincoln, who was one of the presidents of America, said, hopefully we will listen to the better angels of our nature, that appeals to the high side, that says, sure enough, there is something to be said for morality, the right and the wrong. But let us constantly work toward developing ourselves on the moral side of doing what's right. And one of the best teachers of the morality is your own conscience. That little small voice inside that tells you you've crossed the line, that tells you this wouldn't be the right words to use. This would not be for the betterment. This would not be win-win. This is going to destroy. This is not going to develop. To listen to that inner voice so that we can stay on moral course. It's the challenge Mark has. It's the challenge the company has. It's the challenge all of us has, to stay on the moral course of doing it right. The morality of the marketing system. Doing it right, very important. And Herbalife works so well doing it right. There's no need to compromise that position and be tempted to do it wrong. Here's another one. People. One of the most important words in the vocabulary of leadership is people. Here's what's important to understand. People is where the fortune is. In fact, you could just interchange the two words, fortune, people. People, fortune. The fortune is not in digging gold out of the earth, because gold all by itself has no value. Nothing has a value unless a human being gives it value. What value is gold? You can't eat it. What value is everything else unless human beings give it value? To understand that people is where the fortune is. We're in the business, yes, of providing products, but we're really in the people business. Developing customers who are people, developing distributors who are people. I talked to a banker one time and he said, I'm in the banking business. And I said, well, does a corporation borrow money from you? You know, do the banks and the offices and the office chairs and the systems of the corporation borrow the money? And he said, no, someone from the company comes and fills out a loan and I loan money to the company. Then I said, really what you're in is the people business. You're not in the money business or the banking business, you're in the people business. And so it's true with all of us. We're in the people business. A unique sense of appreciation. When I first saw this kind of marketing at age 25, I said to myself, if it's unlimited, the people I can introduce to the business, then I shall become wealthy. Because something told me, and I didn't have the full education back then, but something told me that if I found a way to provide benefit for someone else, I could earn money, and that if I got someone else to provide that benefit, the company would also send me some compensation. When I asked the question, how many of these people can I get involved in the business, and they said, as many as you wish, I said, then I shall become wealthy. Something told me. I must have gotten it from my parents, some of my early training that said, people is where the fortune is. So that's where you have to take great care in your business. Yes, take care of your money. Yes, take care of your systems. Take care of the setup. Take care of the meetings. Take care of all the details. But here's what you've got to do if you really want to make a fortune. Take care of your people. Because people is where the fortune is. If you help them grow, they'll help you grow. If you develop them under you, they will lift you up. You can lift up sales and it'll fall back down. You can lift up volume and it'll fall back down. Lift up the people and you won't fall down. You'll have the foundation. There you'll be ready for the future. Key word. Here's another key word in developing leadership. And that key word is power. To understand the proper use of human power. Power starts early, when one child dominates another and must be trained. That just domination is not the name of the game. Cooperation is the name of the game. We must suppress that inclination to unwisely use our power. But all of you that I'm talking to today, all of you have the power. You have the power to transform somebody's life. You have the power that's in your language and that's in your words. You have power that's in your personality. You have power that's in your temperament. You've got power that's in your language. You've got power to help people see things they never saw before. And the chances are, if you can get someone to see something they've never seen before, they'll want to do something about it. If you can get them to see what you see, they'll probably do what you've done. Make a decision. Get started. Start growing. Develop their skills. Become enthusiastic about the future. If you can get them to see. And you've got that ability. You've got that power. It's unlimited. It's awesome. From the top of our organization right on down to the bottom, all of us have this power. And if we will use it wisely and not be tempted to the unwise use of power, which is destructive, but the wise use of power, which can build life, build organizations, build a company second to none, dominate the industry. We've got the power to do that. We've got the power to influence business as no other company has got in the 21st century. We've got the power collectively to do some awesome things within our own country where we live and among the many countries that we're now going to around the world. What an awesome reach we have. Let us use it wisely. The company power, the distributor power, the individual power. It belongs to us. Let's use it. Let's use it constructively. Let's use it to change people's lives, give them hope, give them a chance to walk out of the shadows into the sunlight of the future. Key word. Here's another key word for developing leadership, and that's fair. Since we're recruiting a wide variety of people within our organizations, all kinds of disputes are going to arise, and you're going to have to be, as a leader in this next year, the next couple of years, getting ready for the next century, you're going to have to be fair. And I know fair sometimes is a debatable question. What is fair? But here's all you've got to do. Do it to the best of your ability. That's all any of us can do at the moment, is to do it to the best of our ability. When I give a presentation, I look back on it and say, I could have given a better presentation, but probably not. The one I gave was the best one I could give for the moment, but that doesn't mean it can't be better for the future. So all of us can learn to refine, to debate the subject even within our own mind, say what would be better, what would be more fair. Key word for the future. And here's another one. Be ready to forgive. I'm telling you, when someone has made a mistake, they're willing to come and say, hey, I'm sorry. Be ready to forgive. But here's one of the most important. Be ready to forgive yourself so that you don't carry the guilt. Not long ago, I talked a little bit about the subject of accepting the pain but not the guilt. If you've made the best decision you can, and some decisions create pain, there's no doubt about it. As parents, when we make them for our children, it creates pain. But here's what you must learn to do. If you've done the best you can and made the best decision you can possibly make for the moment, accept the pain but not the guilt. The guilt you cannot carry. The guilt, if it piles up, will soon drop you to your knees. The guilt will soon leave you empty and hollow inside, and you'll have nothing more to share. So accept the pain. Yes, some decisions are painful. Some arrangements are painful. Some of the things we have to do are painful, but we've learned now to accept the pain but not the guilt. Then, on your part, the ability to say, I'm sorry, if you've made a mistake. One of the high challenges of leadership, the further we go, the more we're surrounded by comfort and security and success. Sometimes the more difficult it is at the times when it's appropriate to say, I'm sorry. I thought I was right at the moment. Turned out I wasn't. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I can see now, second thought, it was not the right thing to do. Poor choice of words I had back then when we talked. I'm sorry. And I know that's sometimes a little difficult to say, but true leaders, the bigger they get, the stronger they get, the more powerful they get, the more they understand the magic of being able to say when it's appropriate, I'm sorry. And here's the magic of I'm sorry. It can start a brand new relationship. It can start a brand new trust between two people, between a few people. I'm sorry. Pretty good words for the next year. Here's the next one, trust. Trust in the future. Trust that we have the answers for people's needs. Trust that Herbalife is going to be there. Trust in the system. We've got to trust in our countries, the various countries we represent, wherever this show is being shown on this day. We represent now 36 countries plus. We've got to trust that everything will be okay. We've got to trust that the leaders of our country are going to do the best they can. The systems around us will do the best they can. The schools, hopefully, will do the best they can. The institutions within our country, hopefully, they'll do the best they can. Herbalife certainly is going to do the best it possibly can. I just want you to trust in it. And Mark Hughes does not make decisions lightly. He gives them a lot of thought. He's got counsel, people who help to advise him. Then finally comes time to make the decision. I've learned now to trust in that. Mark has made some incredible, awesome decisions the last few years, and they've turned out to be constructive and powerful, and they're going to be in the future. Now here's the last one though, learn to trust yourself. You've got to trust that you'll be able to see. You've got to trust that you'll be able to believe. You've got to trust that you will be able to comprehend the opportunity. You've got to trust yourself, trust your own instincts, trust your own ability to dream dreams that you've never dreamed before. Have trust in yourself that you can lead your family. Trust your own instincts to see maybe the dangers that are out there. Sharpen up your instincts to be able to see the dangers, the things that do not wish you well for your family, for your organization, for your customers. Have a sense of that. You can develop it. It's powerful. And then here's the next one. Trust your own faith. Faith to believe in the future, faith to believe in yourself, faith that you can make dreams come true for yourself and for the people around you. Trust. Faith. Here's the next one. Vision. Without vision, the old prophet said, we perish. There is no future. There is no hope. There is no better world without vision. But it's possible to see things that don't yet exist. It's possible to see an organization that hasn't yet been put together. And I want you and I to sharpen up our ability to have that kind of faith in the future, that kind of look, that kind of vision. It's unbelievable what you can acquire and what you can accomplish if you'll have that kind of vision. Here's what faith can really do. One, see it as it is. You got to accept reality. Here's how it is. But here's what faith can also do. See it better than it is. See your life better than it is. See your situation better than it is. Maybe for some of you, things have closed in, not so light in your corner. Difficult times, tough times. So be it. I'm asking you to be able to look at that situation clearly and say, yes, I'm in a tough situation. But you don't have to let that be the end of the story. The story is you can see beyond the situation. You can have a vision beyond what is apparent. The ability to see things that don't yet exist, to see yourself better than you are. To help our children, we must do that. See them as they are and see them better than they are. Then here's the third step of faith. Go make it better. Nothing is ever done of value unless somebody takes action. The cities are not built. The hospitals don't exist. The organization never takes form. The fortune is missing unless somebody puts the muscle to the faith and says, I will make it happen. And that's possible for all of us to make it happen. I want that to happen for you.